Hello my dear, welcome to today's video. As you might have read in the video title, today I want to show you the Little Visions set. And yeah, maybe you've heard of it right now and you came to this video to just get more informations or feeling for what the cards or the decks look like and feel like. And yeah, I'm glad that you're here and that you want to see the cards. At first, before we start, let me tell you I'm really impressed of the artwork of the cards. I don't have the big ones. I just got these three little mini decks of the original decks, and I'm so impressed about the artwork. And it's so interesting, so beautiful, and I can't wait to show you. But before we start and get into each deck, just let me show you the top design of the boxes. Well, as you can see, or as you may know, this is a Prisma Visions Tarot, well, the little version of it, yeah, so it's called the Little Prisma Vision deck, or the Little Prisma Visions. If you go to the shop from James R. Eads, then you could find it there under Little Visions, Little Prisma Visions. This is a Little Light Visions and the Little Cosma Visions. So yeah, it's a mini version of the big ones, and it's pretty neat. The good thing about the mini version is that you could spread all minor arcana cards on one table, and I will show you that at the end of the video. So these are the top designs. The boxes are just in their color at the sides. Every side is looking the same, just the color. The back designs are these. Just written the Cosma Visions Oracle, Light Visions Tarot, the Prisma Visions Tarot. Okay. And it's pretty nice that the box shows some cards, and yeah, you can read the little copyright sign there, JRE 2022. So yeah, it's a pretty new edition, these little mini versions. It just came in the mail a few days ago, and I went through the cards already, but it's so nice, I have to show you this. And before we open the boxes, just listen. Did you hear sound? Okay, let me show you another sound. You might already know this deck. Can you hear the difference? I show you why this sound is so different. The normal tin boxes, which came with mini decks, if you have luck, okay, there's just the metal, okay, it's just the tin, and sometimes mini decks came in little paper boxes and little tuck boxes, and well, okay, it's not so nice if you want to go out with them. Then these small tuck boxes really don't give the cards a lot of protection. As you can see this in my box here, I already got it crushed on this side. The cards are pretty okay, but it's just not that nice, yeah, if you know that mini decks can come in a tin. So the special thing about the tins, before we start with the cards, is that these tins are protected inside, or they have a protection layer of some kind of fabric. Here's some kind of velvet on the bottom of the tin, and on the side you have some soft and velvety plastic I don't know. It's not a fabric made of cotton or something. It's something artificial, but as you have heard, yeah, it's just protecting the cards, and it's necessary to protect the cards because each deck has a pretty awesome gilding. I really do like that. And yeah, it's so shiny and in high quality. I really like the gilding on these decks. I know not everybody is a fan of gildings, but I am. I really am. This is where my little princess inside me came out and say, "Wow, it's shiny!" Okay, so this is Light Visions tarot, the mini version of it, and it's in a gold etching, while the Prisma Visions is in a silver etching. I really love that. And the Cosma Visions comes with a pretty mystic, yeah, I don't have a word for this exactly. It's a holographic foil, but it's dark. It's not black, it's not rainbow colored, but in a way it's pretty mystic. I really like that. It's so unique. I didn't saw it before on any other deck, but I think the original Cosma Visions Oracle deck might have this gilding too, but I'm not sure. I remember it being green, metallic green or something, but I'm not sure. Okay, but well, just let's go into the cards. Each deck comes with a little flyer, which is folded, and you got some keywords for each card, and yeah, each flyer comes with a little artwork on the back. And yeah, if you don't have the big book or the app which could bought with the cards, then you have a little key to get into the deck if you just a beginner or something, or can't relate to the cards by your intuition or something. As I saw already, the Prisma Visions and the Light Visions is pretty RWS related. I would say these are clones by the meanings of the cards. The artwork is so special, and you will see why. The Cosma Visions kind of goes its own way, but the minor arcana is not just cups and pentacles and swords and stuff, but it's divided into 4 elements, and these are also related to fire, earth, wind, and water. And you will see how the author James R. Eads is doing this. So let's start to flip them all upside down. And upside down? No, upside. Yeah, onto the upside. Well, sorry, my English is not that perfect in this term, but now you can see all 3 decks faced up. This is a term I was looking for. Okay, now all 3 decks are faced up, and as you can see, the Prisma Visions and the Light Visions is starting with the Fool, which is a typical tarot archetype. The Cosma Visions Oracle, well, but for me it's in tarot, is starting with the Death. I've already read the keywords for the cards, and I have to say I do see parallels. I do see really strong parallels to an normal typical tarot. It's just another point of view in my eyes. As I can say and as I can feel it, it's just another point of view of the typical archetypes, based on an RWS. Okay, so yeah, I think I will use the Cosmovisions Oracle like any other tarot, and I would just learn the keywords for the very special archetypes for the major arcana, and I think the minor arcana group in this deck, in this Cosmovisions Oracle deck, is pretty self-explanatory. Let's start with a flip through, shall we? Okay. And now we're at the end of the flip throughs. Let me zoom out again. I didn't want to make it so dark. Okay. And now let me show you why I think this artwork is so incredible. And I think the most of you might already know it and maybe saw it also via the flip through, but every deck in the minor arcana part is like a puzzle. And in the first two decks, on the Prisma Visions and the Light Visions, the puzzle connects in each element. So all wands cards, all fire energy cards are interlocked to each other, and if you put them all side by side, you can see one big panorama picture, and this is pretty awesome in my eyes. And I don't know how this feels if you have the big decks, yeah, but a table has to be pretty big if you want to spread out all the cards to see this effect. So this is maybe a reason why you should buy, or why you might buy these little mini decks. And well, maybe you know that the major arcana cards, the trumps, the trump cards, have a more important energy in a reading if you compare this to the minor arcana cards in the reading. But my first impression of this deck is that if you have 2 or 3 or whatever how much cards that might interlock to each other in a reading, then this shows a more important message to me than maybe a major arcana card. But I don't know this yet. It's just a first thought I got as I saw these cards in my hands and was looking at them and thinking about the deck and so on. I didn't work with it yet because I wanted to show it first, and if I have shown you all the cards, then I will give you a collective reading with it, where the cards get, or all 3 decks get the same question, and I'm very curious how the decks will respond and how they will respond, in which energy and in which kind they will express themselves. Maybe you practice the possibility of interviewing your deck if you have a new deck. I do that sometimes with my decks if I'm getting to know them, that I'm getting down with a deck and then I'm asking particular questions, which I'm doing every time like the same. For example, what do you want from me as a reader, or what do you want to say to me? And how might you help me getting a message from a spirit and so on. And every deck is answering it in a different way. It's pretty interesting, and I'm writing down the answers in my diary actually. And yeah, it's a pretty nice tactic, or yeah, tactic. Well, I don't know if it's a tactic, but it's a pretty nice kind to dive into a new deck. So, and I'm really curious how these decks will answer the same questions, but well, we'll see. So now you can see a whole overview of all the cards spread side by side of the Prisma Visions Oracle, Prisma Visions Tarot, sorry. And now we're doing the same thing with the light visions, and you can, as you can see, the pictures themselves are the same. Not in every detail, because it's not just a copy and the colors are changed by Photoshop or something. It's not a filter. The author is or has really recreated each card in a monochrome color theme. And so you can see the differences. For example, the flowers here are just not like this on this card. They are just in a different way arranged, and yeah, it's the same motif. It's the same picture, but it's not a copy. It's just redrawn in a different colored theme. And yeah, it's pretty interesting how the energy is just shifting if you're using a different color theme. Just look, yeah, just have a look. And yeah, it's the same. No, it's the same picture. At first, it's the same thing which was drawn, but yeah, it's a totally different impression of the scenery in the picture. And so yeah, my feeling, if I'm seeing this Light Visions deck, is pretty interesting. I don't know if you have the same feeling, just let me know in the comments. It's called Light Visions. It brings light into the darkness. Okay, I can see that. But for me, it's just a darker energy. So the Light Visions Tarot might be good for shadow working and path working, to reflect yourself, to analyze several situations, and to get a deep understanding the why and how could it come to this state of situation or something. And yeah, I think the Prisma Visions just gives you a more evolving spirit, yeah, and gives you maybe a solution that you could develop yourself, and that you could find a way to improve yourself and to grow. And this is what I'm sensing if I compare these two decks to each other. Okay, so now we have a whole overview of the minor arcana of the Light Visions Tarot. And with the Cosma Visions Oracle, or well, in my eyes, as I said, it's a tarot as well, but there's a slight difference. The suits are also one panorama picture, but the card cards go another direction, and I will show you this in a minute. Just let me adjust the cards right here, and then you will see at the end why I did that. Okay, we have fire, so I'm putting this on the wands section. Well, it's Ace of Embers and it's related to the fire element, so yeah. And as you can see, these are now and this is now a totally different scenery, but yeah, it's just another point of view, and the card cards don't match the pips of the cards. They are just another picture by themselves. And fire is connected to water in the card cards, but just let me show you the panorama picture of the water element cards first. The water element cards are called lotuses. So we have the suit of embers, we have the suit of lotuses for water, and the card cards are these four, which are related to the element of water. But even here you can see this is not just another four cards for this panoramic picture, but it connects to the fire element. So fire and water are connected into the card cards. Well, maybe they are opposites, fire and water. So yeah, you have the opposite thing. You have here the protector, for example, and you can see two sumo fighters having a fight, and underneath you see the peacemaker. So it's sometimes it's an opposite in some kind, and so you have fire, you have water. Well, I do not really see the opposite meaning when I watch the Shapeshifter and compare to the romantic. But well, yeah, it's interesting. It's pretty interesting how this works together as one picture. It's pretty nice. So let me continue with the air suit, which is represented by birds in this deck. So we have the Ace of Birds, Two of Birds, and so on. And as you can see, this is a winter scenery, and I do know that a lot of decks are represented with seasons in the minor arcana. So for example, the Wheel of the Year tarot also uses winter scenery cards within the air element cards, which are the swords. So yeah, and as you can see, yeah, the air is not connected to the water element cards, so the picture is not connecting here. So you have one picture here, and the other picture will be created here with the tree suit. So trees are the representation of the earth element in this deck, and I think this is pretty interesting because, well, birds live in trees most of the time, yeah, in the most species birds live in trees because most birds can fly. And so you can see the air and the earth elements in the card cards are connecting to each other, and so we don't have 4 panoramic pictures like we did have in the Prisma Visions and the Light Visions tarot, but in this deck we do have 4 panoramic pictures and 2 big pictures if we put all the card cards together. So yeah, this is one pretty interesting and for me really mind-blowing thing. There's so much detail in this deck, not in every card, but in the deck at its whole. And well, we have 3 of them in the Little Vision set. You can also buy them separately, of course, but I have to say it's so amazing how these 3 totally different decks are so connected to each other, and I can't wait working with them, really. So now I will put all these decks together, and then I will come back and we will do a collective reading. So yeah, just give me a second. Okay, now I'm back and I have put the cards back together in each deck, and I've cleaned them, and now they're ready to use. Okay, so just let's have a look how these cards shuffle. Yeah, okay, that's a pretty tough. Just do me this once more. I think I have to get a feeling for them first. Okay. Okay. Riffle shuffle. I don't know if it's me or the cards now. Okay. Yeah, I just have to practice. The cards, because of their quality, are a bit stiff, so it's not that easy to riffle shuffle them as a whole. But as you could see, if I divided these in 2 parts and riffle shuffle them in 2 sections, it's pretty nice. And I think it's just a matter of now you have seen and heard it. It's just a matter of practice, and as you can see, it's pretty even shuffled. Yeah, it's pretty even shuffled. It's pretty nice to shuffle them. Just practice a little, get the feeling for the cards, and then you will. Is a bridge possible? No, I don't think so. No, not really. A bridge is not possible, at least not for now, for me. But the river shuffle is for me pretty important. The bridge is just a little show effect, I think. And yeah, it's pretty nice. Okay, the question I want to ask all 3 decks for you who watches this video, and I'm pretty curious how the deck will respond, or the decks will respond to that, how similar the answer is. The question is, what should you learn from your current situation? What does Spirit want you to learn from your current situation? This is a question, okay? What want Spirit what want you, Spirit, to learn from your current situation? I hope this question is grammatically correct, but well, Spirit knows what I am meaning, or what I mean, and I think you know this too. So just let's see what want Spirit you to learn. Yeah, what want Spirit you to learn from your current situation? And this card is pretty special, so we're taking that. This one is showing themselves. One more, please. One more card. What want Spirit you to learn from your current situation? Okay, and there are two more cards. Three more cards. Okay. So we have deck number 1, and I will shuffle all other 3 decks, and then we will show them all together. So this is interesting. Why is the gilding in stripes? Okay. This is interesting. Maybe you can see it on camera. The gilding is just in stripes now because I sorted them in a special way, and all the major arcana cards are upside down. So yeah, let me readjust that, and then we're going to shuffle this deck as we did it with the first one. Okay, and then this issue should be solved. Yeah. Okay, and let's have a look. Yeah, it's gone. There you can see the gilding is even, flat, nice and beautiful. Okay, so deck number 2, the little light visions tarot. Yeah, it's just did you see this time it just worked at the first try because I had practiced riffle shuffling the Prisma mini visions deck. Okay, and once more, and then I will overhand shuffle. Okay, and I will ask the same question. What want Spirit you to learn from your current situation? What want Spirit you to learn from your current situation? And we have 4 cards. We're just taking them. Okay. And next one. Okay. Okay, and the question, what want Spirit you to know, to learn from your current situation? What want Spirit you to learn from your current situation? Okay. Let's see. Okay, the Prisma Visions is giving the Three of Swords as an answer, together with the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Chalices or Cups, the Empress, and the Nine of Wands. Okay, so we do see 2 sword cards, 2 wand cards. So the first thing I'm getting out of this is your memories, your memories and your experience in the past was giving you a lot of heartache, and you learned a lot in the past the hard way. Okay, but and there was a lot of disappointment, there was a lot of endings, and a lot of endings because somebody was pretty bad and negative to you. I don't know the English word for intrigue, so intrigue, no, it's not this. Somebody was playing games with you, okay? So I'm explaining it this way. Somebody was playing games with you and really, really hurt you. But you are the Queen of Wands. And you don't give up. And if something doesn't work out the way you wanted, then you just getting up and going another way. So life goes on, and this is a message that Spirit wants you to learn from your current situation. However, the past might be hard and tough and cruel, and the people might be cruel, had been cruel to you, but you was getting up again and living your life and recreating your life. And now you are using your experience from the past, and you should now be able to see what the past was bringing you as a lesson. Okay, you've learned your lesson, and now you should see that you could recreate your fortune even more, and that you could turn your life into a really, really good one. The situation and what you should learn of it is now you know how to get up, you know how to get on your feet and build a life and live a life, a good life. And now you should learn that you are able and that you are allowed to enjoy life to the fullest. Even if sometimes some memories of the past might hurt. But the thing you should know now is that there is love in your life, and that you have the power to create life to the fullest for yourself and your loved ones. And life is now giving you a lot that you could build the future for yourself, how you want to create your future. And this is because you've learned your lesson from the past. So the situation now is that you can see what life is giving you, what your path to fulfillment would look like, and that you could find it and create a really good future, and that you can build up yourself and bloom and develop yourself even more. Okay, so this is a pretty nice message. Just let's jump into the light vision deck. And so we see the Magician, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Wands, the Ten of Cups or chalices, and the Justice. Okay, this is interesting. Just let me think about it a bit. Okay, the light visions is telling you that you have all possibilities and all abilities to create your future, and that you are able to see now if people are coming in peace and honesty and truth to you. And the thing is, Spirit wants you to know and to learn from your current situation that whatever might be happened in the past, never forget your goals, never give up your way, your dreams, your visions. And if you see that the things you have are not working out, that you were following an illusion, then just go away. And sometimes you have to see that you have to leave the past and to go for a better and fuller future. And even if you don't know where your goal might be, in where the place might be, you would be end up in, just follow your heart, use your abilities and trust your abilities, that you could every time make your own path and pave your own path, and that you could be the architect of your future. And you could also, this is a major arcana card, and this is pretty important here, if something is not going right, if something is not going your way, if somebody and there I see a clear connection between the first answer and now the second answer. You could cut the strings to your past, that you could go freely into a new future, because you have all you need. You have learned all you need, and this is the thing you should learn from your situation now, that you have the power to create, and that you just need a goal. Even if you don't know how to get it, to get to it, just go for it, because every step you do, and even if it's a wrong step, you are able to make decisions, and you are able to know when it's time to cut off something in your life or in your habits that are not working for you or working out for you. So yeah, it's a pretty similar energy and answer I get from both decks here, but as you can see, it's a different kind of explanation. Yeah, this is showing you something of the past, and here you're just getting the message, hey, you have everything you need, you know everything you need to know, just do it. So yeah, I think this is something which is more colorful and explanatory to you, and yeah, maybe it's not as I thought in the first thought, that this would be me more elevating in their answers and be more for self-development. Maybe this is something more self-reflection. Yeah, I think this gives some, and well, at least in this case, this deck has given some messages to reflect yourself, but also is giving some advice what you should have learned now from your situation you're in. And here it's just more compromised and to the point. I really like that. I like both. I like both answers, and it is the same topic, and it's not because I want to see this. I'm just I just interpret the cards pretty RWS system based. I didn't looked up the keywords now. Yeah, it's just a feeling, I have about that. Because we have the Six of Wands here. Oh, it's a Six of Wands. Now I see it. I was seeing the Six of Swords in it. But yeah, it's the same message because I saw it. It doesn't matter what the meaning is. Well, if it's a Six of Wands, then it's pretty much clearer. You have all abilities to create your own fortune, and you just need to follow your vision, to follow your goal, and to go for it. You will be successful and you will be fulfilled if you cut off some negative aspects of your past which are hurting you, and if you do a good decision, then you will be in balance again and free from negativity and full of harmony. This is what I'm getting out of deck number 2. Okay, so let's go over to deck number 3, the Cosma Visions Oracle. And here we do have the Elementalist, and I really think this is something pretty related to the Magician, because this Elementalist is working with the elements and creating the environment in this card. But in this case, I will read the keywords for this card. I'm pretty curious what the Elementalist is saying. Just let me find it. Oh, it's related to the suit of birds, and the Elementalist, clear-minded, truthful, empowered. Yeah, so it's a kind of King of Swords energy. Oh wow, here we do have the Phoenix and the Three of Birds. Pretty interesting. Okay, let me see the other cards. Two of Threes, the Unknown. Seven of Threes, the Pathfinder. And Six of Threes. And this is interesting. This is something I was talking about as we spread out all the cards to see the interlocking pictures. And now I will do that. You can and you can see the Pathfinder is not related to the Elementalist, but I think it is something like that. it does have to do with the elementalist, of course. Just let me look up the keywords for the Pathfinder. Yeah, the elementalist is in the suit of birds, and the Pathfinder is in the suit of trees. So yeah, they are matching each other because they are opposite energies. So they are matching them, and it's interesting. We do have bird energy and we do have tree energy. Tree energy is more important here, and we do have 2 major arcana cards. Okay, so what Spirit wants you to learn from your current situation? The Cosma Visions Oracle is telling you, in this case, as answer to this question, be honest to yourself and be clear in the answers you are giving yourself. Try to reflect the past and to draw a line under all the things that are not longer working for you. Yes, I do see the connection to the other decks right here. We have the 3 of birds, and this is the matching card for the 3 of swords. So the keywords for the 3 of birds are heartbreak, suffering, and grief. And we do have the phoenix next to it. We do have the 7 of swords and the Queen of Wands in this deck right here. And so I can tell you, yeah, just face the truth. There was heartbreak in your life, but with a phoenix, you rised up from that. You learned your lesson. Yeah, it's the same answer this deck already gave us. It's pretty interesting, just with another cards. And here we do have the high arcana major arcana card, the phoenix. And wow, the phoenix is such a powerful card and such a powerful symbol. It's a new awakening from the past. It's a path of spirituality and oneness, and now you're more one to spirit than you had been before because of your past experience and because you faced the truth and you've reflected yourself, and now you have the power to and we do have the 2 of trees, and here we do have the 2 of wands, and this is the same card. It's pretty interesting, and now you can face the future. You can look, what is your perspective, what do you want to go for, while be connected to the universe. What is your path, your soul path? What is your life purpose? You can now see that. And with the 6 of trees, which is the 6 of wands here, you will be successful following your road. Right here to the 7 trees. And the 7 trees is giving you the energy that the things which had happened in the past will never affect you the same way they did if they should happen again. But, well, I don't sense that they will happen again because you have learned your lesson. And the lesson now in your situation is that you see this development of yourself. And this is pretty interesting. The Pathfinder, and it's so nice. This card is so interesting. This figure here is so glowing, and this is what I see in your energy. You should see now for yourself. Just light up. Just try to achieve your goals. Just become more sparkly. Just show your light, show your inner self and inner truth, and don't hide yourself anymore because of fear, because of what might people say or something. Yeah, just go for the unknown path and you will be successful. The past would never hurt you in the same way it did before, because you're bigger than that now. And yeah, it's amazing. It's so amazing how the cards speak. Wow, I'm pretty impressed now. I don't know how you see this, or how you would have how you would have got this message here. I have really to practice some pronouncing the words, I think. But yeah, I think the message is clear. All three decks are telling you that you should learn from your situation now, that you can see what went wrong in the past, and that you have now the experience to do it better and if in the future, and that you should see now that you should believe in yourself, that you should see your self-worth, and that you shouldn't sell yourself under your worth anymore. And if people coming your way which are trying to knuckle you under, then cut them loose. You are an empress, yeah, and you are a phoenix and a pathfinder. You will always find your way because you have the abilities to do that. You can create your own future as you want, as you wish, because you have the abilities of the elementalist. You can grow anything out of anything. You can create anything. And this is unbelievable, beautiful. I'm so happy and so glad that I got these three decks. And I hope I could give you a really good message now for you, and that this message was right now the message you had to have to hear. Yeah? Okay. I wish you the best of luck, and I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, until the next time and video. I'm so overwhelmed now right now. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching again, and yeah, love and light for you. Bye bye.